Hello everyone, welcome. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Aditya Maurya, currently pursuing BE in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. I'm currently studying in the second semester, section demo, and my USN is 1VE23CA004. Today we'll be discussing a small topic in Python. So the course title is Introduction to Python Programming, and the course code is BPLCK105B. And the topic is Introduction to Python. So let's get to this video, get to the starting, and let's have a better understanding of what is Python, what are the rules that has to be followed in the Python, what has to be written and what not to be written, how to write it and how not to write it, and what are the different types of data types and variables, objects, and what are all those different kind of things. Let's have an understanding of this. So first, let's start with a brief history of Python. Python was invented in the Netherlands in the early 90s by Guido van Rossum, named after Monty Python. It is an open source programming language. It is considered a scripting language because it is much more scalable, object oriented, and functional from the beginning. It is used by big companies like Google from the very beginning, and it is very increasingly popular as well. Next, what is Python? Python is a popular high-level programming language used in various applications. Python is an easy language to learn because of its simple syntax. Python can be used for simple tasks such as plotting or for more complex tasks like machine learning. So you see, from plotting a simple graph to machine learning, Python is so gullible and so convenient. We can use Python to plot a simple graph, to use it in machine learning. It is so flexible. Next. So now let's get started with variables, objects, and classes. Let's understand what are these in Python. So first, a variable is a reference to a value stored in computer's memory. So for example, take these as certain memories in the computer. So take it as a plot, a land. So this is one particular plot, this is another, this is another, this is another. So you register it. You register it under your name. So this thing, whenever I see this plot, my name comes to the point that, okay, this plot is mine. This particular memory is mine. In the same way, in Python as well, variable stores memories. So if I give this variable as A, whenever I call A, this particular memory stands up. So now variable is a reference to value stored in a computer's memory. Variable can be stored in a variety of categories or data types. What are these data types? We'll learn further, such as numbers, int, or float. So now what is integer? Int basically says -1, 0 to 1. This is the range from -0 to positive. It can be anything. It can be -2, 0, 2, or anything. And then float. Float is nothing but decimal. It can be 9.19. You can store using decimal. You can use float to store the decimal. And then next, Boolean values, true or false. Here, emphasize here that true or false, the first capital letter has to be capital. The first letter of the word has to be capital. T has to be capital in true, and F has to be capital in false. If you give it as TLUA, it won't take, and if you give it as FALSC, it won't give. It is case sensitive. Python is case sensitive. Next, sequences, strings, and lists. An object is a collection of data from a computer's memory that can be manipulated. All variables are objects, although some objects can be defined by data referred to by multiple variables. Methods are the functions used to act on, alter an object's data that describe what an object can do. I hope you understood what is variable. Next, what is a class? A class is a collection of objects who share the same set of variables or methods. The definition of the class provides a blueprint for all the objects within it. Instances may share the same variables such as color, size and shape, etc., but they do not share the same values for each variable. That is blue or red, pink or blue or red or pink, small or large or square or circular. Next, let's get to understanding what is common data types and operators. A data type is a means of classifying a value and determining what operations can be performed on it. All objects have a data type. Operators are symbols that are used to carry out specific functions or computations. So now, you see these here, these are operators. These are operators. So what this thing does is raises anything to the power. So if I have to raise 2 to the power 4, I'll give the command as 2 star star 4. The Python program coding will understand this, will recognize this and print it as 2 power 4, which is 2 into 2 into 2. The Python will straight away print 6. So next, in the same way, you have multiply, divide, modulus, and for division you have plus, minus. You can just give it as a plus b. It will give you the output. Whatever output is, it will give you the output. A minus b will give you the output. Then you have multiple operators. This is less than or equal to, this is less than, more than or equal to. Multiple operators that you can use in the Python. Next, what are the data types? These are the data types that we have in Python. Boolean values which are true or false. Integer, float, list, tuple, string or nothing but str, set, frozen set, and dict. It is nothing but the dictionary. I hope you know what is called the data types and the operators. Operators are nothing but these, and the different data types that Python can hold are these particular: Boolean, int, float, list, tuple, str, set, and frozen set, and dict. Next, what is an input and output in Python? Input functions allow users of a program to place values into programming code. The parameter for input function is called a prompt. This is a string indicated by either triple or double inverted commas or a symbol. Okay, next. The user's response to the prompt will be returned to the input statement calling as a string. To use this value as any other data type, it must be converted with another function int. Print functions allow programs to output the string to users who give interface. So now if I just give it as x is equal to a, b, and y is equal to x is equal to 9. It's like x is equal to 9 and y is equal to 1. So I just give it as the code x add x plus y, and I give it print add, or you can just leave it to add and it will get the output, or if I give print add, it will still get the output. Next, if else statements. If else statements allow programmers to adapt the functions of their code based on a given condition. If a given condition, that is x divided 2 is equal to 0, is true, then the statements following the if statements will be executed. If the condition is false, only if the condition is false, the statements following the else statement will be executed. So if I give it as 2 divided by 2, if it is true, it will be executed, and if it is not true, it won't be executed. Next, the condition is tested using the Boolean operators is equal to or not equal to, and used to test multiple conditions, and or which is used to test if at least one condition is true. Additionally, else if statements can be used to provide unique coding statements for multiple codings. Okay, if you see here, if x is divided by 2 is equal to 0, then print that this number is an even. If x is equal to 0, print this number equal to 0, and if it is not equal, then print it that this is an odd number. is nothing but else or if else. Next, for loops. For loops perform the same task for the number of times specified by an iterable, something that can be evaluated repeatedly, such as list, string, or range. For defines for loop. X is the variable defining the number of times the statements within the loop print, my, int are executed. The range, start, stop, set step function is often used to define x. The starting value is defined by start. The final value is defined by stop with -1. The magnitude at which x changes between loops is called step. In is a Boolean operator that returns true if the given value x is found within a given list, string, or range. Next, what is a while loop? While loops are statements that iterate so long as given Boolean condition is met. X, the variable determining whether or not the condition is met, is defined and manipulated outside of the header of the while loop. The condition x less to 5 is a statement containing a Boolean variable. Break is a statement used to exit the current for or while loop. Continue is a statement used to reject all statements in the current for or while loop iteration and return to the beginning of the loop. You can see the code here. The break statement used to break it, and if not, to continue. So that's for the particular video. So I hope you understood a little of it, at least 50, 60, 70, 80, whatever. Yeah, I hope you understood the topic that I wanted to make you understand. And if you did, please like the video, share it, and also subscribe. Thank you.